What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kpop Kimchi podcast, your number one podcast for girl groups with the number one fanboys. I'm your host, JT, with Fograw, and as you can hear, we are in the car.
So you guys get this awesome ambient noise.
Welcome
driving
to the ride
through the Midwest.
Driving on the highway on a very gray day.
It's very gray, but it's not snowing. It's not raining.
That's all you can ask.
Can't complain.
That's all you can ask. But in case you're wondering, yes, we're coming back from a concert.
Yeah, we had a best weekend ever.
It was so fun.
Dreamcatcher in Chicago.
Woo! Second time seeing Dreamcatcher.
Yeah.
In not even a year, so that's pretty cool.
We also said that we wanted to be closer and see them again after our first experience, and we did it.
We absolutely were.
You can dream it, you can do it, kids.
Dream it with Dreamcatcher, you know what I mean?
Catch the dream, trademarked.
From this podcast. But yeah, we drove up. Today's Saturday, and the concert was last night. We made our half day of work trip.
We usually record this after the concert, but we were too busy having a good time with our new friends.
We hung out with a lot of friends afterward at a hot pot, which was like so fun. It was like a perfect way to complete the day, the night, whatever.
So we really didn't get to our hotel till like 2 o'clock.
Oh, it was so late.
So it was time to go to bed at that point.
We just fell asleep.
So we're coming at you now on our drive home to Springfield.
Yep. Not too far away, but we figured it'd be a good time to kind of share our thoughts on the concert. And first thought, it was really fun.
It was really fun. Yeah, Dreamcatcher's awesome if you've never seen them live.
Definitely go see them. They're just a fun group to see, and they have super great energy and put on a really awesome show.
So much energy.
It really like
so much fan service for the crowd.
Some of the people we were with said it was like 2 hours long, and I definitely did not feel it. Like went really fast.
It did. And we also got what was it, VIP?
Yeah. So for these tickets, it was at the Radius, which I mean I don't know if you know, it's a venue in Chicago. We'd seen a few groups there. We saw Idol there, and we saw Luna there. And did we see anyone else there? I think that was it.
I think that might have been it.
Yeah, we saw Idol and Luna there. So we were back seeing Dreamcatcher. But it was cool. The Radius is a really awesome venue, and we really like going there.
The only downside is it's usually standing room only.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm old, and I like to complain because it hurts my knees.
This is our complaint of the day, is that our knees hurt.
But other than that, it's a pretty cool place. The sound in there's great. The vibe's cool. It'd be really sick to see, like, a metalcore show or, like, a rock show.
Yeah.
Because obviously a K-pop show, it's not like any mosh pits or...
I was like kind of like there yesterday we were in like the front, which is like the VVIP area, because how they do it is
the VIP 1 area.
The VIP 1, and there's 2, 3, and I guess whatever after that, and they kind of have it sectioned off by like a metal fence that is in there.
Like a barricade.
Like a barricade, yeah. So we're in like the front one. So like regardless, we had a really good spot to see Dreamcatcher. We were close. We weren't like. We had some friends that were like on the barricade because they waited at like 5 in the morning.
And I'm like, nope.
But we're like, we're not doing that. We can't do that. But yeah, it was. We still had really good spot, and we're really close to the girls, so that was cool. But yeah, it was really fun. I'd go see Dreamcatcher again.
I would too.
I'd love to see Dreamcatcher as many times as I could. Man, like they're just really entertaining.
And they even said at the beginning of this one, or in the middle, I guess, that this tour was more for the fans and their actual like music they released. So they like made a playlist that were like fan favorites and more songs that they've never played in concert, so their fans could hear them and stuff.
Yeah,
because they were just here like 6 months ago. So.
And it's crazy. Yeah, we talked about it before. If you've listened to us for a little while now, like we didn't see them. They came to Radius before in Chicago, but we didn't see that show. We went on.
We saw them in Kentucky.
We saw them at 4th of July weekend in Louisville, Kentucky, which was really fun. And we were, like you mentioned, literally we walked in the door of the venue, and that's where we stood because we got there right when it was starting.
Honestly, if you'd have gave us a shirt, you would have just thought that we were like concert venue security. Cause that's
we were just like at the door, and I think we were like pretty much dead last row by the merch guy back there. And it was still really fun. It was amazing. But that was cool. So this was our first time seeing them in Chicago at the Radius.
Also, not gonna lie, we do like Dreamcatcher and be getting more into them. But like a lot of their songs, I have no idea what they are.
Yeah, this one especially. I feel like we knew more songs the last tour than this one.
So we got a set list for all you Insomnia's out there that are hardcore fans. You probably know what these are. And probably
They really laid
be
heavy.
really excited that they played them.
They really laid heavy on like the rock vibes in this one. They
Yeah.
did before, but like this one was like every song pretty much was like their more rock pop kind of sounding stuff.
And they did play a couple fan favorite ballads.
Yeah, they had a little ballady time as people do. But they started with Chase Me, which is an older song.
Oh, such a good song.
And
What a good song to open up with.
yeah, it was really fun. It was really cool that they played all those types of songs. It really worked well. They played Chase Me, You and I don't know how many. I feel like they did like 2 at a time then talked.
They really did. They did like 2 songs and they'd stop and they'd talk to us and like say stuff.
And they had their introduction, and it's kind of like classic K-pop concert.
And
But
that's when we learned that Yuyeon has like just great English.
her English is so good. I had no idea. It was like shocking. It was shocking how well her English was.
So that's kind of cool.
According to some of the people we were with afterward, she's improved a lot. So good job, Yuhyun.
I mean, she like just talked like a normal, like us talking to you.
Yeah, it was really well. She, I think she was the only one that spoke English. Did anyone else try at all?
I mean, there's a couple that said a few things in English, but it wasn't like fluent.
Maybe
They
like
just,
Sua mentioned.
like,
a
oh,
couple
hey,
English
how are you, or how are you doing, or like, thanks for coming.
I think maybe Sua had some words in a sentence.
She said some stuff.
That was in English.
But yeah, it wasn't like you spoke like actual like English like sentences.
Definitely.
Like when we saw Nye on it twice.
Yeah, like her English was excellent. So they had their introduction and just talked about, how happy they were, excited to be in Chicago and all that stuff. And it was cool. They had a translator for everyone else, but it worked well. Like, I feel like sometimes when there's the translator in Korean, like the translating person kind of messes up, so it's like kind of weird. But this time it was good. Like it was very smooth. It was very smooth. So they played Chase Me, You and I. Then they played What, which is a really good song. Scream is a really good song. The Curse of Spider, which I did not really know that.
Yeah, that's one that they said, hey, this is the first time we've ever played this live, so here's a surprise first live performance for you guys.
The Curse of Spider, which makes sense because we hate spiders, so
I hate spiders.
Really connected with that song on an emotional level. Then they played Diamond, and then there was one left, was after Diamond. And again, wasn't super familiar with all these, but they're very cool and very fun. They had really good energy when they performed.
They always are like super hyped. They have so much energy.
They're
just
like,
run around.
They're very professional.
And rock out.
Very professional, which is awesome, which is really cool. They're very professional and like put on a really good show.
I do remember now, Jude did speak English because I remember thinking, man, her English voice is so adorable.
It was. Just a really adorable person.
It's like 5 octaves higher than their normal.
I know, it's so adorable. She's just an adorable human being who really knows how to put on a great show. Again, one of our friends was like upset because Jiu was so great, he had to go try and buy more merch because of her. So
yeah, she did.
Job well done.
Won him over.
Jiu. So then they played Emotion and Polaris. And then they talked for a while and they played Whistle, which was like, they didn't play the whole song, but they played like kind of and I will give them some credit.
It's like a little preview snippet thing.
There was a whole time kind of in the middle where they did a few songs, did a few songs, but the way they did the songs was like they lined up across the stage and they kind of moved around a little bit, but it wasn't like they were doing dance routines. Like, I don't know if they don't have choreo or not. So that's like was a good way to kind of like be in the front for everyone, but not have to get exhausted from doing all this crazy choreo or anything. True. So they could kind of power through some of those, and they did a few songs like that, which was cool. And they obviously were still like energetic and everything. So they played the snippet of Whistle, and then they played Some Love and Fairy Tale, which I'm guessing that was more of the ballady type vibes. That was in like the middle.
Like I said, I don't know enough about their main.
Because the next one was Sahara, which that's not a ballady song.
That was good.
And then Wind Blows, those are really good songs.
Did they talk to us and Yuyeon was so out of breath?
She was gassed.
She was like puffing and puffing.
Yeah, she was gassed. I was like, let that go. She's like, thank you so much. I was like, just take a break, breathe a little bit, and get your wind back, because like those are some very intense dancing involved. So Wind
Blows is sick.
Yeah, Wind Blows is really cool. Sahara's a good song. Then they played their newest title track, which was Vision.
That's pretty sweet.
Really love that song. That was cool. Then Boca, which is I guess a newer type song, like sort of. Then I'm not sure when they talked about what they did in Chicago, because it was like their first time they had a few days off, so they've been in Chicago for a few days.
And then two of them went to like a theater play.
Handong and Guyan went to a theater.
The other ones went to like a museum.
And it was just funny because they were like, so what did everyone else do? But they're like, well, we were all together, so we didn't really do anything different because we were as a group. And apparently Sian just wanted to go home, which, hey, relatable. She was tired, like, I get that, girl. And then they played Mayday, which was really cool, and New Days.
No mention of eating deep dish pizza.
No, there was no deep dish pizza, but that's okay. That's okay. It sounded like they had fun in Chicago. They saw the bean, of course, which, you know.
Who doesn't?
If you like the bean, whatever. It's just kind of sitting there.
Piece of metal.
Exactly. So New Days was like their last, I guess, like normal song of the set list. And then, of course, you know, we wait a little bit, and they had an encore, which I'll give them credit. I feel like they didn't take too long to come back out, so that was nice.
They changed into their merch gear.
They had to put their merch t-shirts on, as K-pop groups do, and it's really awesome. And they played Full Moon, Over the Sky, and Reason to kind of finish things out. They kind of powered through those.
Yeah, they got those done pretty quick.
And then they kind of just had a little send-off and walked by and said bye to everyone and bowed.
They actually waved at everybody for a while.
It was.
At the end there.
And it was crazy because while they were waving bye to everyone, there was like credits of, you know,
the people in the back.
Literally from the bus driver to the merch people to them or their anything. It was like saying the credits of the people involved in the show. And like right as they said goodbye, walked in front of the stage, walked back to go bow, it like ended and it was like Chicago. I was like, man, they really got this time perfectly.
They really did. They get it.
And it was cool, and it just kind of like said Chicago at the end on the screen, because that was like it was just like the normal stage and a big screen in the back, which is what pretty much everyone does at the Radius. And they just have a bunch of crazy graphics.
Yes.
But yeah, that was their show. It took about 2 hours.
They're so good live.
It was really
their choreo's
fun.
like super.
We really love them now.
Super energetic.
They're just, I can understand why they're so out of breath, because it's some tough choreo.
I can't walk down to my driveway and back to my house.
We couldn't even stand there and watch them do the choreo without being tired.
Yeah,
so
I couldn't just stand there at all. And
that just shows you what kind of professionals they are.
But that was sweet, and then we got the VIP stuff.
Yeah, we got all the benefits.
So, you know, we got the high touch.
So we did the high touch, which was very fun. Again, we had some awesome custom shirts for them. You had a Jew one, and I had a Guyan one, and they saw that and they loved it. A lot of the people loved it too. Everyone always shows love to our shirts. So then we came around and we had a group photo too, which was really cool.
And we were in one of the last lines, so instead of having, I think, 12, there's only like 9 of us.
9, so we could like kind of sit more in front of them.
Yeah.
Which was cool. I sat like directly in front of Sian, and you sat directly in front of Yushun. And
yeah, I did.
Probably the best moment of the whole thing was because our name of our podcast was on the back of our t-shirts, and she like read it in English.
She's like, K-pop Kimchi podcast? Is that real? We're like, yeah, that's our podcast. Check it out.
We literally turned around like, hey, you should listen to it. It was really cool. That like made the whole night, honestly.
She was like, oh, it's cool.
She's like, oh, that's fun, or something like that. But she just like read it in English and like asked us if it was real. So that was really cool. Then we took a couple pictures, which we'll obviously see how those turn out. And
I never really know, honestly.
Yeah, it could take months, who knows, but eventually we'll see them. And then we walked out and got our little VIP bundle thing. It was like a little pouch, which was cool. It had some stuff in it. And that was the concert. It was good. I feel like it went really fast.
It was really good.
It was really smooth. I'll say everything was really smooth as far as like getting in, getting out. The people setting out for the VIP did a really good job, because when we did that with Luna, it took so long of just standing around and whatever. But for Dreamcatcher, it was very smooth.
They're getting better.
And really fun. I'd definitely do it again anytime, because Dreamcatcher was awesome. We got some cool merch too, as we do.
They had a lot of cool merch.
They had some really nice stuff, actually.
One of the cool things for the VIP benefits was you got like this little satchel bag thingy. It's like honestly like a little makeup bag.
Yeah.
And it has like, you know, whatever the name of the Reason tour, whatever it was. But we got like a lanyard, a cool little laminate, I guess, card. And then the big thing was like a special ticket. And you open it up and it was signed, hand signed, like legit with a Sharpie.
Yeah.
So everyone got like their own custom little signature special ticket thing.
Yeah.
I got Handong and you got...
I got Dami.
Dami.
Very difficult signatures to read.
Yeah, it's like half mine, like the Sharpie must have ran out, so I couldn't read what it said. It was like scribbles anyway, so it was like...
In mine, I honestly feel like Dami just makes it way too hard on herself to write Dami, because like it's not too difficult, and hers was just a bunch of different scribbles everywhere. I'm like, I don't see any of the letters in your name. But
that was cool.
It was cool because I didn't even know we got that, and that's just a cool inclusion.
Oh, and a photo card set. So we got photo cards of each of them.
Those were really cool too. And those
I didn't look at the back and see if they're exclusive to the tour, but they probably are.
They probably are, because they usually are, which is dope because obviously only a select people are getting those who got like the VVIP stuff.
And you went to a tour.
And you went to the show. And
the actual wristbands they gave us for the VIP were like cool.
Yeah, they are.
Because normally you get like little generic ones.
Yep.
But this one actually says like 2023 Chicago VVIP Dreamcatcher.
It's like all printed on there, all nice.
So it's like super like legit. Like,
yep.
It's cool.
Yep. It was very nice.
So really, if somebody else has a VVIP and they weren't in Chicago, it's different than the one that we got.
Yeah. Exactly. Like our wristband is select to the location we were in.
So that's always fun.
But it was a really good time. We met one of our best friends from our Discord there.
It's a little generous, but we did meet Josh, aka Josh. Joy was there.
Or Joy, Jay. Is there a J in the thing? JP? That's not them, right? That's someone else.
I think that's somebody else.
So Joy is who I met. And then Josh was there. And then Josh had some friends.
And then we met the coolest dude ever named Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas was way better than Josh.
I think they had another one of their friends with them. I don't remember what her name was. She was a
little more quiet, which
but she was
okay.
cool.
And then we met our friend, Allah.
Yep.
Who we met actually before the show, came and hung out with us. And there's a big kind of Chinese market.
Yeah, 88 Marketplace.
Yeah, it's really dope in Chicago if you can check it out. And they have restaurants and a really big market upstairs. And
it's like literally across the street.
It's like right from the radius. It's like a perfect spot that you can park and then just kind of walk.
3-minute walk.
So she met us there, and she was really cool. And we ate some food there, which was really good before the show. Hung out, then did all our concert stuff. And all together, we went and got some hot pot. And it was a perfect way to close the night.
Yeah, it was super fun.
It was really fun. It just made me want to go to another Dreamcatcher concert.
I guess the real question is now, who would you say your bias in Dreamcatcher is?
Honestly,
now that you've experienced it.
Now that I've experienced it, not from the back door.
Not from outside in the parking lot?
Dude, we really were, though. And that concert was really fun in Louisville. I'm not even going to lie, but we literally walked in and stopped.
Well, I mean, you guys don't know the long history of how Dreamcatcher became a thing in the actual Discord, which isn't really an important story. But
I mean, it's just,
we didn't start out liking Dreamcatcher, right? We didn't like dislike it. We just weren't listening to him.
Yeah.
Then eventually, a lot of the people in the Discord kind of got in there, blah blah blah. You know, a lot of stuff introduces to them.
Yeah.
I mean, listen to
they
music,
love
they're like, oh, it's pretty cool. We actually watched a lot of. I think we said before we watched a lot of like variety stuff with them. So we like know the girls, like we know who they are.
Right.
But then we actually went and saw Dreamcatcher just on like a whim. We're like, oh, hey, Dreamcatcher, let's go watch Dreamcatcher.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why we went to Kentucky, to be honest with you, unless we just wanted to do something different.
I think it was because it was a Sunday and the next day was 4th of July.
That might have been what
we had the day off, so we knew we could actually do like a little road trip and drive back.
Because I was thinking, like, why did we go to Kentucky, not
I was
Chicago,
thinking too, but I knew for a fact it was because we could go stay in a hotel and leave, and it was like...
Yeah, it's probably something like that.
It wasn't like Chicago where it was... I think it was during the week, and we were like, you know... We would have to do like our classic half-day drive all the way back.
But then it was like, we went and saw them, and we said in our last review that they were so good that we like wanted to see them again. And we were like as far back as you could be.
Absolutely.
Like this isn't even the nosebleeds. Like I'm saying, we were like, imagine walking into a store like Walmart, and you literally just stopped a foot in front of the door because the crowd was all the way back to the entrance. Like that's
that was like cool too. We're like, okay, sure, we're here. Because the big reason we were excited about the concert too is because we'd never seen them, and we were a really big fan of whatever album. I think the second to last few albums when they had all their solo songs.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
We were really big fans of those on that album. I forgot which one it was because they have crazy names.
And we wanted to hear all the solo
stuff.
So
we knew they were going to do snippets or kind of perform solos. So we were excited about those. Like we loved those.
I just wanted to hear No Dot.
Yeah, No Dot Sick. Dami, I mean, they're all really good in their own way, so we were excited about that.
And then after that, we really like, man, Dreamcatcher's actually really sick. So we want to see them again.
We want to see them closer, and luckily,
we did.
We did yesterday.
And it was awesome. They were amazing.
It was everything we wanted and more, and we got to see them like really close. Got to meet them. Got to take a picture with them.
I will say too, if you like get that close to seeing any K-pop group wherever they are, I'm sure afterwards you'll be like, man, they were amazing. That was such a sick group.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I say it every time, but like I really feel like that was one of my favorite concerts.
Well, we really went from like 0 to like 100. So I mean, we do like Dreamcatcher. They're really cool. We listen to a lot of their music. We'd love to see them again, even though we've seen them twice in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, who would you say your favorite member is?
Definitely. I wasn't really sure going in. I was like, oh, maybe Guyan, because that's what I got my shirt for. But it's definitely Yuhyun after watching the show. Completely got wrecked by her. Just amazing.
Wrecked him.
Incredible.
Damn, killed him.
Just destroyed it. It was like, yep, bias. I mean, so much that I bought the $120 little basketball jersey they have for them. I was like, yeah, obviously I need to buy that now.
Dude, it's sick because you can hang it up. But if we ever go see him again, you can just
I'm going to wear that. I hope. And I mean, fingers crossed, I hope they tour again, which I think they will, hopefully, eventually. And our buddy Josh had one already. And then that was when he was like, I need to go buy a GU one now. I'm so angry. I have to buy it. So we all got in line. And they had some other really cool merch that I was going to buy anyway. But then right before, I was like, you know what? I'm buying one too. Because Yuhyun was amazing. So that's got to be my bias now.
That's the first time I've seen him have like jerseys at a show. So
I've never seen it before.
And they said they had a limited supply. So you like had
Yeah,
to,
Josh didn't get his GU one because it was sold out. And I was like, oh, okay, well, probably kind of hard to get these since people are buying so many that they're gone.
So they might be like an actual collector's item here.
And I mean, all of them super beautiful. Yuhyun, probably one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in person, which is saying something for a K-pop show because they're all perfect people, essentially. But yeah, definitely Yuhyun is my bias coming out of the second Dreamcatcher Part 2 in Chicago.
Dude, yes, the big announcement.
It's awesome, and they're really great. And again, we have been like pretty solid fans for a little while now, so it's not like, oh, we need to dive into every single song because we already kind of like know it.
Just now that I think about it,
kind of.
We did that thing where we watched the Dreamcatcher stuff that they recommended us. That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Like when our friends in the Discord really loved them, like that was when we actually kind of like did our exploring of their different songs and variety and all that. So we have known about them a while, but this just kind of hammered it home even more. You know what I mean? So it was awesome. Dreamcatcher's the best.
Great pick. Cool jersey.
It is cool. It is cool. Yeah, if they ever come back, I'll have to wear it. Unless they just get new ones and just buy the next one.
Yeah. I'd say my favorite member going into is Jiu, but it's still Jiu. She's so fun in person.
Honestly.
So bubbly, so playful, just super high energy, really smiley.
So awesome. I mean, she made Josh hate his life because you're going to have to spend more money on it. He's like, I have to do it. I was like, well, that's
also,
just GU effect.
I don't know. But yeah, so Jiu's my favorite. That's who I had on my shirt, so.
Yeah.
I actually have what was it? A long time ago, I put up a Dreamcatcher album I bought, and I actually said that Jiu was my favorite member, so.
Standing true.
Still holds true. But as you guys can hear right now, it's starting to rain.
Yeah, so we gotta wrap this up before it's too loud.
Too loud.
We're almost home anyway. We'll be back in a minute. But that was Dreamcatcher 2023 Chicago for the K-Pop Kimchi podcast. We had fun. We hope you had fun listening to us. We love you guys. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Later.